Hello and welcome to my channel for news about reports for USA. Please follow and subscribe for more information. Let's begin. Promoting the show on Nick Viall's podcast, Vanderpump Rules stars Tom Schwartz and Tom Sandoval were clearly insane. Accusing the podcast host of being late to the show, Tom Sandoval arrived late as well. Despite his best efforts, Sandoval was unable to provide a convincing explanation for his involvement in the cheating incident. Tom attacked his ex-girlfriend's media coverage of him and made it seem like she should be thankful for the incident. Tom Sandoval, star of Vanderpump Rules, made an appearance on Nick Viall's podcast, Viall Files, and showcased some of the most outlandish interpretations of Sandoval that have been disclosed thus far, amidst a number of tumultuous circumstances. Season 10 of Vanderpump Rules exposed Tom's infidelity with longtime partner Ariana who he had been seeing a close friend of the couple, Raquel Leviss. The couple's downfall and a huge public scandal ensued from the tempestuous affair, which became known as Sandoval by fans of the show. Viewers of Vanderpump Rules were left wondering what happened next to the duo. Tom and Ariana's relationship broke down after the season reunion, and news about it died down after that. Tom has found it more difficult to let go, in contrast to Ariana, who has gone on to greater and brighter things following the repercussions of Sandoval. Tom did his best to keep supporting his own aspirations after Ariana went on to become a finalist on Dancing with the Stars Season 32, write her second cocktail book, and have the chance to star in Chicago on Broadway. Not only did Tom appear on Fox's Special Forces, World's Toughest Test for a season, but he has also been on tour with his band, The Most Extras. Every interview in which he has discussed the affair in public has been more disturbing than the last. Sandoval arrived extremely late and asserted that Nick did the same. Tom attempted to pin the responsibility on the host even though Tom and his Vanderpump Rules co-star Tom Schwartz were supposed to start their interview at the same time. Tom was more than an hour late to the podcast recording when he made an appearance on Viall Files. It became apparent that this is nothing new for Tom Schwartz when he and Nick were talking about the matter, with Schwartz trying to avoid any potential conflict between the host and his friend. In fact, Schwartz went so far as to say that Tom is so independent that he requires phony call times from production in order to show there even slightly before the scheduled start of filming. The missing guest had probably forgotten about the program by the time Schwartz and Nick reached Tom. Tom arrived tardy to the podcast around an hour into the taping, and he was irrational and unapologetic about it. When presenter Nick questioned him about his tardiness, Tom had trouble coming up with a real explanation. Although Nick was willing to listen to Tom out, the host of the Vanderpump Rules wasted no time getting defensive about Nick's appearance on his podcast in 2023. The reason Tom lost track of time was because he was spending time with a friend, he finally said. Tom Sandoval condemns, cheated that way. Sandoval made an effort to explain his behavior. After Tom shared his insights gained from the affair, Nick inquired as to what the Vanderpump Rules star had learned from the ordeal. Even though Tom had proposed using the scandal for something, he was in a rush to come up with something shareable. The Vanderpump Rules star confessed, "I don't know what to say," her voice growing increasingly strained as she said, "What have I learned? So you never have to experience the heartbreak of a 9-year, in, relationship. I will never cheat in that way again. I am absolutely not going to do that, man. No way, that will ever happen." Tom refused to explain what he meant by cheating that way when Nick asked him about it. Despite the cheating scandal, Sandoval thinks Ariana should be thankful. Tom presented his ex as an ignited being worth thanking. Tom proceeded to open up about his thoughts and feelings regarding the controversy and its aftermath in the podcast, giving the impression that he hoped Ariana would come to terms with the fact that she should be thankful for everything he had done for her. Tom said that Ariana's popularity as a reality TV star skyrocketed as word of his transgressions spread. By appearing in competition programs and in stage productions, she has gained fame outside of reality TV, diversified her enterprises, and gotten endorsements. What the scandal's public impact has provided her, Tom said, she's definitely grateful for. The way Ariana has publicly trashed him, Tom said, makes him feel like she's being petty. Nick made an effort to reassure Ariana that she had every right to feel whatever way she wanted regarding the issue. He went on to say that, given Tom's behavior, She shouldn't expect him to be reasonable, but the Vanderpump Rules star wasn't having any of it. On the contrary, he continued by saying that he thinks Ariana has been little in her handling of matters pertaining to him. Tom feels he deserves credit for improving Ariana's life, especially because she now has everything going for her, after his infidelity became public. 4. The Curious Tale of Sandoval's Ornaments. Tom attempted to describe his source of inner calm in an odd moment during the podcast. Nick inquired as to what provided Tom solace after his life had been turned upside down. Tom's response was perplexing. Tom mentioned that he loves the holidays because he gets to spend time with his family and because he remembers being happy every year when his mom put a special ornament on the family tree. I love finding peace, man, Tom concluded after relaying the strange and winding story. Yes, I do. It is my sincere wish that Ariana finds success and maintains it. Instead of delving into the story's relevance to his relationship, Tom chose to proceed. 3. Sandoval calls Ariana's undivided attention not a good look. The way Ariana talks about Tom was criticized by Tom. Tom spent some time on the podcast criticizing his ex-girlfriend's portrayal of him in the media, even though he had become upset over Ariana in general during his appearance on Viall Files. Despite the fact that Tom cheated on Ariana and lied to her in front of the public, he admitted that he thought her former obsession with him isn't a good look, and expressed his desire that she would find something else to focus on. I simply want her to go on, Tom huffed. Her main issue is that you should just stop caring about me and move on. You're not worth her time or attention. When Nick suggests that Sandoval defend the affair, he gets defensive. He lost it when the host made a criticism. It was obvious that Tom had had enough of the criticism after defending himself throughout the appearance. He started retaliating at Nick whenever he got the chance. Attempting to explain to Tom that he seems to be defending his affair rather than seeking to make amends, Nick, who had previously stated that he was coming from a place of understanding, was making repeated attempts to do so. Even though his tone became increasingly aggressive with each inquiry, Nick skillfully guided the conversation such that they could both have their voices heard. Tom lost control and became defensive instead of accepting the criticism in stride. I have such a low opinion of myself that I acted out. I'm just trying to be a better person, I swear to God, like I really am, Tom continued, his voice growing increasingly strangled by emotion. Even though Nick attempted to redirect the conversation to a more appropriate topic, Tom persisted in carrying on. Tom was on the verge of yelling out, "If ****** up, and I know it." He expressed his confusion and embarrassment. Whatever the case may be, I am fully aware that I messed up. Sandoval believes he is a victim. Tom believes he is being held unfairly responsible. Even though Nick wanted to find a constructive way to bring up the scandal again, Tom was having a hard time finding comfort in discussing it or anything that has transpired subsequently. Tom clearly feels like a victim here rather than accepting responsibility for his actions. Tom believes he has been victimized in the same manner as his ex-fellow cheater since he has been handled so harshly throughout the affair. The star of Vanderpump Rules is upset because he feels he's being treated unfairly and has no other options till he takes a break.